So adding to today's video, what I showed you earlier on was the pepper patch with no irrigation. What I'm showing you here is the tomato patch that we've planted, and we have put in an irrigation system that we are just turning on. Without irrigation, the plant is dead. And so you'd see tomato plant after tomato plant after tomato plant with beds all the way down. Tomato plant after tomato plant all the way down here. Same here, bed after bed after bed after bed, all the way round. We are weeding in between right now, but even more importantly is the irrigation system that we are just testing. I may get a chance. I'm going to get myself wet. Oh, feels good though in the heat. So, Daniel, how's it going? Daniel is the plumber in charge of the irrigation system. He's been working so hard. There's been some stops and starts, but it's coming through. We've tried several things, including in the distance there you can see a 10,000 liter water tank that we've brought uphill. I've had the chance of talking potential energy, kinetic energy, constant energy sources being converted into potential and kinetic energy all week. Good old high school physics coming into play here. But we're beginning to sort out the irrigation problem, and I'm getting quite excited. Apologies for the shaky video and all of that, but we are not professional YouTubers. We're just trying to develop a farm. So this is as real gets, right? And if I was to turn around, there's more fields up here to be cleared of weed, because we planted the tomatoes or are planting some. And Daniel here is testing the irrigation system to see how well it performs, so we can adjust by adding a larger pump or more tanks. So I'm at the top of the 10,000 liter tank, and it's been filled with water from the canal. So I climbed this ladder. I'm going to go back down in a minute. So the tank has been filled. We just tested the effectiveness of the irrigation system. It's not bad, it works, so that's good. I want more though, so we'll find ways to improve it as time goes on. But I feel generally confident in saying that we've got the irrigation infrastructure to put vegetables in between the coconuts for this area that looks like 10 acres. And so we are going to try and add as much irrigation tubes as possible and report and go from there. So the fields are being cleaned up. That's Essie in the white shirt. And I'm going to try and give a bit of a 360 view here I've been told I can stand on top of the tank, so I'm going to attempt to do that and give you guys a 360 view of the area. The harmattan has obfuscated the mountain a little bit. This is what North American and European winter wind bring to West Africa, the harmattan or harmattan, as I've talked about earlier. Folks who grew up in West Africa are quite familiar with the harmattan and what it means. I'm doing this slowly. My wife is going to watch me fall down to my demise if I don't descend carefully. So I'm going to do that, descend carefully. And if I post a video again, it means I did this safely. If you never see a video from me again, ah well, so long. Hey yes. So I made it. I was able to descend from the top of the tank. I told you it was 10,000 liters. There it is. And so this pipe here goes, it's buried now, but it goes all the way to the canal, way back in the distance, and brings water up here. That's how we've engineered this. So it's working. It's working. It takes water from here now and goes through this L and feeds the rest of the field. And I think we are good now. This is it. And what the workers would do when they irrigate is they would manually open and close these taps and then have water go down these tubes to wherever. So this is the final point of distribution of water. And we've just laid lots and lots of pipe all over this place. And we are planting and cleaning up the beds as we go. So here's the third feeding of tilapia for the day. The first cup, we caught the second feeding and it was not that exciting. Yeah, there seems to be more activity this time around. And so hopefully when we throw the feed in, there'll be a feeding frenzy. Let's see what that looks like.
Interesting to me, there's 10,000 of them in there.
Mm-hmm. So, oh wow, here's the 6 weeks old catfish that I haven't seen in 4 days or so. Yeah. There they are. So these are 6 weeks old. Catfish are cannibalistic, so I understand there's a big fat one. Oh.
Oh, he swallowed the fish. That's why he's a giant.
All right. So these ones are 6 weeks old, and we are off to feed the ones that are, I think, 2 weeks old, right? Okay. So here's this pond that has another 10,000 catfish. They're 2 weeks old, but they just seem bigger than what 2 weeks old would suggest.
They look different.
Yeah.
Because fingerlings, so that's why they call
Yeah,
it.
they were brought 2 weeks ago, but they are so. Yeah, Omari called this the magic pond. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Yeah, they're growing so fast. Yeah, they're being fed right now.
Come on, black and yellow. Okay, compared to the compared to the other platform, look.
Yeah.
See, look at it beside it.
Yes.
Double its size.
Lots of catfish.
I'm sure they've been eating the green things. They eat, what do they call it?
The algae. And this is the last batch. The other 2-week-old set. Here's their call to feeding. Eric does this, and they all begin to show up. They know it's feeding time. Yeah, they are about the same size. Yeah, they're growing very well. Sometime this week, earlier this week, Omari did a test catch, as he calls it, and the fish don't have any disease upon inspection, and their weight is appropriate for their age. I wish I knew what the weight schedule is. Yeah, I'm learning the business, but I would have loved to know that at 2 weeks they should weigh X grams, pounds. At 3 weeks, that's what I call the weight schedule. But the expert says things are good, so for now I rely on the expert. There's too much happening here on the farm for me or Essie to be experts, so we are relying on experts. But so far so good.